Hello, everyone. My name is Kara Johnson, and this is my leadership development plan. My leadership philosophy was shaped by three key roles that I've had in my life. Through these roles, I have learned many things that formed my values as a leader. The first significant leadership role I held was being captain of my high school marching band's color guard. In this role, I learned that I needed to be a role model and set an example through my actions, like being early to practice, practicing routines outside of rehearsal, and encourage other members to do the same, especially since our color guard was made up of 7th through 12th grade. Since I held this role my junior and senior year of high school, it taught me how to make the younger members feel just as included as the older members. After graduating high school and starting my first semester at community college, I was asked to come back to coach the same group. This role really taught me that I value a leader that is easy to approach, like my former color guard coach. I also learned that I needed to reward hard work and accomplishments since it kept the team motivated. Lastly, I learned that it is important for me to work hard, but it is also important to have fun and enjoy what you're doing. Throughout college, I also worked in retail, which eventually led to being promoted to replenishment manager. The manager who held the role before me was the type of person to only do things that appealed to her. Anything else she would pass off onto somebody else. This was causing a lot of tension and showed me that the culture needed to change. Regardless of your role, everything needs to be done whether you want to or not. My role as replenishment manager also involved unloading trucks and getting all of the merchandise unpacked and stocked within a certain time frame. Sometimes we would miss that time frame and fail for that week's truck. This prompted me to figure out what could be done better the following week and learn from any mistakes that were made. Through these key roles I held, I pulled several qualities that I value in a leader and that have become part of my leadership philosophy. First is being a leader through actions. It is important for me to set standards and assure my team and myself are meeting them. Next is being open to working with anyone. When I was in color guard, it was important to me not to exclude the middle schoolers on the team just because I was in high school. I feel that any good leader is able to adapt and work with anyone. While I'm not the best at it, I try to make myself approachable and easy to talk to. I have found in my experience that I respond better to a leader when I'm comfortable talking to them. Another value is being able to balance hard work yet creating a fun environment. A leader sets the tone of the workplace, and I never want things to feel tense. Next is being willing to take on any task regardless of my position. Nothing is above or below me. If it needs to be done, I'm willing to do it, especially if it's even if it's not something I personally enjoy. The last value of my philosophy is being able to learn from any failures and mistakes and to work to make improvements. When considering what my goals are, I thought about the qualities that leaders had in the past that I looked up to. These goals share a common theme of improving communication skills. My first goal is to deepen my communication skills and focus on my ability to form connections with others. I value a leader that is easy to approach. Being approachable as a leader is something I strive for. However, I feel like I have trouble initiating a connection with them and to make others feel like I'm approachable. My actions for my first goal are to first read How to Talk to Anyone at Work. 72 Little Big Tricks for Communicating on the Job by Lael Lowndes. And make notes that resonate with my values and skills I want to apply to the workplace. My second action is to take a Coursera course from UC Davis titled Professional Skills in the Workplace, which focuses on numerous skills including emotional intelligence, communication, and leadership that I feel are important to achieve my goal of deepening communication and connection skills. The time frame for my first action, I would say, would be about 2 weeks. The first week would be to read the book, and the second week would be to reflect on the reading and annotate any tips or skills I have found that could be applied to my leadership skills. The second action will take a little longer, but I feel like it would be very valuable. I would say maybe 3 to 4 months to complete the entire course. While not every module focuses solely on communication or emotional intelligence, taking the entire course would provide other valuable skills that would coincide with these primary skills that are a part of my goal. My second goal is to develop my ability to assess my team, providing helpful critiques and foster their growth. One thing I've always struggled with in past leadership roles is assessing what a person can improve upon, especially with things like reviews. I want to be able to push my team to their potential, but still create a fun environment. My first action will be to read The Leader's Guide to Mastering Feedback. Transform relationships, results one conversation at a time, by Joan R. Hibden. Using what I have learned to assess my skills and what I would like to work on. My second action will be to listen to the How to Give Feedback mini series from the Inner Chief podcast with Greg Layton. The time frame for the first action would be about 3 months. The first month would be to read the book and try to assess myself using what I've learned. And months 2 to 3 would be to work on these weaknesses I feel that I have and develop a set of questions that would be helpful for giving feedback. My second action would be about 2 weeks. The first week would be to listen to the miniseries podcast, and then week 2 would be to notate any important parts of the podcast and write down key words and language that they use when giving feedback. Some questions for goal 1. How can I improve my speaking skills? What are other resources I can use to reach my goal? Are there any stories I could share to connect with others? How do I connect with introverted team members? And how will improving these skills help my current job and future job? For goal 2, I focused more on questions that I might be able to use when giving feedback, so it would be, what has this person struggled with recently? What are some things that this person has achieved or improved? What are 3 strengths this person has? What are 3 weaknesses? And how can I, as a leader, help them improve at least one weakness? And what are additional resources or training that can be provided? While I know a change won't happen overnight, I hope that taking these actions will get me closer to my goals and improve my leadership overall. Thanks for listening.